welcome back to Ask Nikki. Now, before we hop in, two things. First one, as usual, my channels are sponsored by Netflix. If you use the link netflix.com/Nikki, you get a free 30-day trial of Netflix, which I wish there was a word other than obsessed to say. I am beyond obsessed with Netflix, but I don't know what other word to use because I'm obsessed with it. It's literally incredible. So that link will be down below. And then also, I just wanted to tell you guys, you can sit with us. Any Mean Girl fans out there? Woo, woo. To those of you that are Mean Girl fans, you know what this line is. It's like a nice spin on the Regina George line. But this is actually one of the shirts that I made and am now selling. Woohoo! That was a really, I don't know, I start partying by myself. But I will link to all of my shirts as well as my lookbook video. That is just, I'm just so excited because this announcement, I actually am not sure if this channel is the first place to hear this announcement or not, but it's kind of, I'm like slowly telling everyone everywhere, like over on Instagram and like on my Nikki Philippi channel, and I'm just really excited because you would think making shirts is easy. It's not. I've been wanting to do this for a really long time, so I'm stoked. So with that being said, I'm going to jump right in to today's question, if I can open up this email. Hi, Nikki. I have been with my boyfriend for 6 years. Over the past 2 years, I've gone through a lot of personal growth and have become a much happier, more positive person. My boyfriend, however, is still very negative and critical about a lot of things. What are some ways that I can encourage him to have a more positive outlook? Thanks so much. Okay, here's the thing. You have to kind of assess the situation because I'm not in it, so I don't know. But there are two ways to look at this. The first one is it's really important to know that you can't change anyone. So you can encourage someone and you can kind of like help give them materials maybe, you know, just to bring it kind of in a way to relate to it. Like in my own life, Dan and I, we kind of, we're totally different people. Obviously, we each married our opposites, but you know, we have different outlooks on things. And there are things that I have kind of been encouraging him to read or look at, and he's doing that for himself, but I can't change Dan. Dan has to want those things, and he does, and he's moving forward in those areas. And it's the same thing with me. The things that he wants me to change, I have to want to change them. I don't know if this little blurb is making any sense, but you know, we're going through growth and development within our own marriage, and the point being, you have to look at the person that you're dating and you have to honestly ask yourself, and no like flooded by emotions because emotions get in the way. You have to honestly ask yourself, if this person never ever changed, would you be okay spending the rest of your life with him? I've said this before in past videos, and I heard that from Dr. Laura for the first time a few years ago, and I was like, that's such a brilliant way to look at things, because the thing is, a lot of people do change and get better and want to grow, but even if people change and like grow and get better, most of the time when they hit trials or life really smacks them in the face, it's like they revert, I want to say common denominator, but that's not the right word. They revert to who they really are and their real weaknesses, and those things tend to come back out. So even if someone is making a positive change, those things can tend to flare up. So I think it's really important in your relationship to ask, like, hey, if he never changed, would I be okay with this? Because there will always be a side of that probably that is still there in him. The other thing is dating, like the whole point is to find out what you want. So I don't know the state of your relationship, but if this was something that it's like really extreme now and you're like, dude, I can't handle this, that doesn't make you, you know, a horrible person. It's worth trying to save the relationship, and, you know, you've put in a lot of time, but you aren't married to him, and, you know, you're dating. So it's definitely something to, you know, evaluate if you really want to be with him, and if you would be okay if he never changed. And if the answer is no, it's definitely worth considering not being in the relationship anymore. So I want to know too, like your guys' experiences as usual in the comments section, what you've dealt with, because I find this to be true in every single relationship in your life. You can't force your parents to change. You can't force your kids to change. I feel like the best way to be a vessel of change is by focusing on yourself. And I think we all tend to like point at other people, which I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but we tend to go, well, they need to change, when really the best way to change them in the first place is to change ourselves, because that's how we inspire people, I think. And it's through action, is when you see someone making a change, it's like, you're like, oh my gosh, I want to be like that. So kind of rambling. I don't know if any of this was helpful at all, but that's hard. That's one of the things of life, man. So I'm going to open up the Twitter question, and good luck with that, by the way. And everybody let us know in the comments, like, your thoughts. Okay, so the Twitter question says, how would you advise positive thinking about your own body? Okay, so I actually made a video about this like 2 weeks ago, and I ended up not uploading it because I didn't really like the video. I don't know if it was just because I was feeling like a little uncomfortable about it being so personal, like my draw my life, which took me 6 months to get the balls to like put out. But I would say to have a positive, keep in mind, this is coming from someone who has had a boob job, and I had my hips fixed. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please watch that video, because this is not a full picture of it without you seeing that video. So I've changed stuff, about my own body. And what I would say is that it's really good to focus on health, on having a healthy, happy life. And the thing is too, I've noticed, is it seems like the older I get, and I love it when I say that, the older I get, and then like 10 years from now I'll be like, the older I get. But it seems like the older I get, I don't care as much. It also feels like it's easier for me to stay thin and stay in shape now than it was when I was younger. I think it's because I'm not growing as rapidly now. I don't have as many cravings. Everything's a little more balanced now. But also, I think it also goes hand in hand with I just mentally don't care as much, at least at this point in my life. Watch me become like obsessed again. But I honestly don't have a straightforward answer. I think that is a girl issue for pretty much every girl on the planet. And I would just advise staying healthy and staying active and staying in touch with your body and what your body wants to eat and what your body needs, and what muscles you feel like you really need to tone because you're feeling lazy or whatever, and just focus on health. But I definitely don't have a quick fix answer, and I definitely don't have a concrete answer, because I am not a guru at any of this. I'm just a normal girl like you guys, and health would probably be my answer. So you can sit with us, and I will see you guys soon. Be sure to send your messages and questions to asknikkip@gmail.com, or use the hashtag Asknikkip, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.